Welcome to Adventure Widely. Today we are reviewing the Osprey Ace 50 Backpack 2020 mod.
Osprey sent us the new 2020 model of the Ace 50 backpack for kids. We didn't pay for this, they didn't pay us. They did send it to us for a review, and they are not going to see this review before we actually give it. So, this is our honest opinion of the backpack. We are actually leaving, not tomorrow, but the morning after, to go up to the Upper Peninsula to do some winter backpacking and some ice climbing in the last part of the season. Favorite thing, isn't it? Second favorite. Yeah. Not skiing. Skiing's her favorite. Here is this backpack here. This is a tabletop pre-review because we are going to do an in-field review starting Saturday morning with this.
Yay!
But right now I wanted to have it loaded up, what we're taking out there with us, and some of the tools on here for her, and show how this backpack actually fits on her, and show some of the features of this backpack. And there is one thing I wish they did not change, but they did, so we're going to talk about that too. This backpack came in what colors? You said you wanted to do some talking.
Blue or orange?
And why did we choose orange?
Because Dad made it.
What's the other reason we chose orange?
Because if I fall down a cliff and I'm still alive, now listen very carefully, and somebody else sees me still alive, then they can come help me. But with blue, if I fall into a bush, I'm just dead.
It was a very muted blue. It was very pretty, and I do have to say, Kylie wanted the blue one more than the orange one, and it is a better looking backpack, but I'm all about when we're in the backcountry being visible. So we wanted to get this bright orange backpack, so if she did fall over, you usually don't see orange along the side of the snow, but blue could be mistaken for ice. So we went with the orange. One of the things I do like about this backpack here, and I think that she'll like it too once we wear it, is this new mesh system here. So you can see that I can actually get a whole hand between the backpack and this mesh panel. And this mesh panel conforms to the back of the wearer and also helps keep the backpack itself off to get more breathability back there. Won't be important too much this weekend because it's going to be cold, but it is something that for summertime backpacking is very critical. Another thing here too is the way that this backpack is adjusted. You can see here on the camera, I'll try to get this slightly more visible here. See here on the camera, there are these little loops here. This metal rod is part of the harness suspension system, and it simply pulls out, and then you can slide it from one loop to the next. You gotta do the same thing on both sides, it's symmetrical. But it makes it so it's incredibly fast to adjust. Older Osprey packs that I have the Velcro that you had to put your hand through here and separate the Velcro and then kind of adjust this and put it back. This makes it quick and fast to adjust. But it has the normal Osprey things that we've come to love. It has a sternum strap, the whistle on the front here, emergency whistle, top hood. Inside the hood it came with a very bright green rain cover. I know some people like rain covers. I'm not a fan. In my opinion, they probably could have just left that out or left it as an optional piece to buy. I prefer the things that are critical in my pack to be in waterproof stuff sacks, and then the things that don't matter if they get wet, they're just loose in the bag. One thing that is kind of nice here too, it has this they call fit on the fly adjustments. So it does have the Velcro down here in the harness for the waist, and you can take this in pretty tiny, and you can also put it out pretty good size. It definitely fit a medium-sized adult, I think. My daughter here, for reference, how tall are you?
I'm like 5 foot and 1/4 inches or something like that.
She's almost 5'1", about 115 pounds. So she's been growing like crazy lately. This backpack here, as you can see, we have one adjustment. It could have gone smaller on her, but it has 2 more adjustments that can go bigger. So this, I would say, just based on these adjustments, would probably fit a 5'3", 5'4" person pretty readily. She just fits into a women's extra small backpack. So this is kind of like the mid-size of the women's extra small here. Yes. You want to put it on, don't you? Okay, let's put it on.
Yeah. I do it myself.
I'm not going to help. You're on your own.
Okay, then.
Alright, so Kylie's going to put this backpack on and show you the proper way to put it on and the proper way to adjust its tension. So go ahead and grab it, Kylie. So as she puts it on here, you notice she uses this arm and holds on to this strap here. You don't necessarily want to hold on to the shoulder straps, you want to hold on to that center grab handle. And she stays bent over, so some of the weight is actually on her back. It's not just hanging off the shoulders on this. She puts the hip belt on, and the hip belt's adjusted so that the middle of the hip belt is on the middle of the iliac crest. That's that bone that sticks out. That's how you should adjust your pack. She tightens her shoulder straps so they're the proper tension on her. Next thing she does is she comes up and she does the sternum strap. She gets all that blonde hair out of the way. The purpose of the sternum strap is just to make sure that the pack doesn't fall off of our shoulders. It keeps it on here. Normal walking is not necessarily an issue. You see a lot of hikers not have that actually fastened. But the reason you want it fastened is if you go off balance and the arm starts to slide, if that's not hooked on, that pack can actually come off of you and make you even more off balanced. And if you're on a cliff line or something that's dangerous for where you're hiking, that could be a disaster. Well, nature might. I'm not going to, but nature might do that to you.
That's what I meant. The backpack might do this to you.
So now she has those things adjusted. The last thing to adjust is the load lifters. And why they're called load lifters. If you notice right now, the shoulder strap comes around her shoulder and it's kind of on top of her shoulder. The load lifters, go ahead and pull those a little bit. They do exactly what they're called. They lift the load off of the shoulder. So now, as you can see, I can get a finger down here. So what you don't want for any good fitting backpack, whether you have this Osprey pack or another manufacturer's pack, if they have a load bearing hip belt, you don't want the weight pushing down on your shoulders. That is where you get a very uncomfortable fit and you'll get very fatigued long times on the trail. So you want all the weight here, and then using the load lifters, it pulls the pack against your back and your body. It doesn't push down on it. So it keeps the pack secure to you by pushing this way, but not this way. So now that her pack is on her body properly, you can see what a 50-liter, nearly maxed out in capacity looks like on an 11-year-old girl that's about 5'1". So go ahead and do a slow turnaround without the dance from the rain video. No. I guess the dance is going to happen anyways. It's the waddle then.
Oh my gosh, I'm not waddling.
Alright, so stop right there.
I'm a tornado.
So, as you see here now in the back of the pack, it has the standard mesh pocket that Osprey's been using for a long time. They did do a slight redesign on it. It has elastic in here now, which is kind of nice because you can catch things underneath this lip that it creates, so they don't come out of the pack very easily. They changed the design so that the side pockets are also mesh. And now I say they changed the design. My Talon 44, which has some serious trail miles on it, is about 11 years old now. So from my Talon and my Zenon, I think it's the Zenon 110, they've changed the design quite a bit on these packs probably. So I'm not sure if this is new for 2020 or if this is just new recently for them. But I do like the fact that these are mesh now, because if you're trying to dry things out, socks or other types of clothing that might get wet, you can put them in here, you're not going to lose them, but they still get some airflow while you're moving around and help dry those out. You have your standard adjustments. Turn this way a little bit. Right here to cinch down the load and compress things in your backpack. You have one here as well. That one's not tight right now. Doesn't really matter right now because this thing is stuffed. It has a 0-degree bag and then half of a 4-season 4-person tent in it. So, because we're going winter backpacking, we had a lot of material that had to pack in here. So, it's got those normal things. It has a little bit of elastic here just to help cinch this down a little bit better around the top opening. That's nice because things can't get in there as easy. Go ahead and turn the other way. Show me the other side. And this side is symmetrical to the other side, minus one thing. That's the one thing I don't like. If you notice, go ahead and put the back towards the camera, Kylie. No, the back towards the camera. Keep turning. There you go. This girl ice climbs, so she needs 2 tools, not just one. And a lot of manufacturers have started to drop the dual loops and have gone to a single loop. I'm not a fan of the single loop because not all the time can you get 2 tools to stack in there well. This one adjusts and you can compress it down a little bit, but right now it is fully maxed out on the size that it can take. And those 2 tools just fit in there. The other thing I didn't particularly like was the fact that they dual purpose this compression strap on the side as a strap that you'd also use on these daisy loops on the side here to hold these tools. Other packs have a separate toggle or elastic cord just meant for the tools themselves, so you don't have to mess with the compression strap to take your tools on and off. I know why they do this. They do it to save weight. You know, if you don't, most people aren't going to carry 2 tools, especially most 11-year-olds. If they do anything, they might have a single glacier axe. More than likely, they have a couple trekking poles. So those fit in there quite nicely. And anything to save weight. By dual purposing this, you save weight on the pack. By not having a loop over here, you save weight in the pack. Again, not having another toggle up here, you save weight on the pack. So I know why they do it. I prefer the 2 loops though. I'd rather have that extra 1/4 of an ounce of fabric myself and have both of those on there so both the tools can be on both sides. Other than that though, the pack is great. I noticed some packs, one of her older packs, different manufacturer, did not have this strap down here to put a traditional closed cell foam roll pad down. That's really annoying. The big reason that I always carry a roll pad with me is that they weigh almost nothing. Most of them are less than a pound. And if you have just an inflatable with you and your inflatable pops, you now have 0 insulation from the ground. When you put your sleeping bag in the tent and lay in it, your body compresses that sleeping bag against the ground, and there's no insulating value at all in a sleeping bag, which is why the pad is so important. And trusting just a just a inflatable pad when it's really, really cold out can be dangerous. So I always carry a closed cell foam. Oftentimes I'll carry an inflatable for comfort. But this is the Osprey Ace 50. We're gonna find out how it carries here over this weekend. You wanna turn around and give the camera some more of your sass? You had some sass earlier.
Sass.
You just kind of push sass at the camera. You kind of have to hand the camera sass. Or lob it. You can lob it at the camera.
Sass.
As she twists and turns and impales me with an ice axe. Ugh.
Wait, what?
No, don't.
I would actually do that to you alone?
It might. You could. You never know. Alright, so how's it feel on you?
It feels like it's on me.
Well, you did say you liked it better than your old pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you put it on. So the real test will be to see how it feels when she actually have to hike with a while with it. I know it looks like it's really massive, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, that guy is making his little girl carry a ton of weight.
It's true. I'm joking.
You're getting bricks now up there.
Oh no, I don't want bricks.
We actually weighed it. It's only 20 pounds. So at 115, you typically want to range for about 20 to 30% of your body weight to carry in here. So at 115 pounds, that would be, what, 21 to 32 pounds of weight. So she's right at the bottom end there of what's the ideal pack weight for her. It's just so massively big because she has half of a 4-season tent and she has a 0-degree down bag in there, and they take up a lot of space. So, but that's why you buy a 50-liter, and you can always use the compression straps to make the bag smaller. What do you think of that backpack, Kylie?
It's awesome.
Would you have fun winter backpacking this time?
Yep.
Did you have fun ice climbing?
Yep.
Thumbs up for the backpack? 2 thumbs or just 1? Okay. There you go. Kylie approved.
Welcome back to Adventure Idly. Today we are continuing our review of the Osprey Ace 50 2021. What are you doing?
The camera can't see me. You're blocking me.
I'm sorry. What?
That was better.
Last weekend, Dad and I went up to the UP of Michigan, and with this backpack, we went backpacking and ice climbing.
All right, so we went for a short backpacking trip up the Upper Peninsula to catch the last little bit of winter that was up there because we both love the snow and love the cold environment. And we took the opportunity as well to get on the ice one more time this season as well before it was all melted away. We got a chance to use this backpack in the real world for a weekend, carrying our stuff out to our campsite and then also leaving the campsite, going back to the vehicle to grab all of our climbing gear and then going out to the climbs. So Kylie didn't really have that many complaints about the backpack. She liked everything about it, but there was a couple things that I did not like that they changed from previous models. I have the Talon 44, the Zenon 110, and I've had an Aether 65 over the years as well that I've handed off to people. And the one thing that they changed on this pack, I'm not sure what year they changed it in because my packs are a little old, but Osprey has served me well, is they changed the gear loop on here for tools. So in previous packs that I have, this is a really sturdy double sewn loop, and there's two of them, one on each side. This one's adjustable, and the adjustability is nice to be able to fit the different type of tool that you might want to put on here. But I kind of worry about its durability because it's not a double sewn loop. Plus, it doesn't fit two technical ice tools very well. It'll fit a single glacier axe, a mountaineering axe. It'll fit probably two trekking poles for hiking. But I don't like that, and I don't like the way that they changed the attachment point up here either. They used to have toggles up here, and they don't have that. And I noticed, like, when I did the tabletop review, the first part before we took this into the field, I made comments about those and not liking that. But actually using it in the field, I don't like that. I wish that they had the toggle here still, even if it adds another $5 to the pack to manufacture it, even if it adds an extra quarter of an ounce of fabric back on there. I wish they'd put that back in. Because having to unthread this compression strap on the side of the pack, this compression strap here, rather than having to unthread that through this loop and getting it out of there, and also if you end up undoing this strap here and having to put your tools through this and having to unthread this, that's very slow and time consuming, especially if you're in a cold environment where you're using ice tools and you have gloves on. So I wish they'd have the old strap style back on there. That's really the only thing that I had to complain about on what they changed on this pack. But most people aren't going to use a pack for ice climbing, especially, it's a kid's backpack. This girl here is a little unique that she gets to go ice climbing with me. Not everybody does that. So if you're looking for a fairly full-featured pack for the younger members of your family, this is an excellent choice to make. And for general backpacking, I have zero complaints with this pack. So I hope you found this video useful and appreciated the review of this backpack. We got some good use out of it, and we hope to have lots more adventures with this pack.
If you found this content useful, please like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in to Adventure Widely.
Have a great day.
I don't like being an actor. It's not the job for me.
It's a job for you.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure about that.
Okay. Oh gosh. Life's weighing down on me. Did I actually do good this time?
Sure, we're going to use that one.
Thank goodness, people who aren't there. Welcome to Adventure Idly, and today we are reviewing the Ace 50.
Slow down. And keep looking in the camera here too. Try it again.
You told me to slow down.
Yep.
Welcome to Adventure Idly. Today we are...
You're going too fast still. And you're not looking in the camera either. Look in the camera. Here.
Okay. Welcome to Adventure Island. Today we are